Hi, my name's Ian Roberts. I want to talk to you today about color. Most painters say they love color. The thing that attracts them to painting is color. And I want to talk about color mastery because mastery is about understanding the nuance of intensity. And I'm going to get into that in this video because color intensity is the thing that sort of separates mastery from medium or beginner painter. And we're going to go through some exercises to master that in this video. If you look at my painting and you look at this, the design of it, first off, I have you coming in the bottom very dramatically and then coming over to here, and you'll notice right along the top edge there is a bright pink, a high intensity pink. And so we're going to be talking a lot about that and the use of high intensity because that pink is surrounded by very low intensity colors and also in this case very dark colors to make it pop. That's where I want you to look. So if we were looking at this as a design, we would have the entrance here. We would be going over to here, jogging once or twice, then this goes back. We can vaguely see the background there, and then we've got this line of trees and the reflection. And I'm pulling you right to here. So the horizontal in a landscape is a given. You're interacting with the left and the right almost automatically all the time because we're always conscious of the horizon. Even when you don't see it, you still know it's out there. So what we're wanting to do is engage the top and the bottom of the canvas so that we're getting a dynamism in the whole picture plane. So this entrance, and we enter paintings from the bottom. We enter paintings as if we're standing here and wanting to walk into it. We have to have a way and a flow, a natural flow right into the canvas. So this motion, we could say, is the roadmap that I used to design this painting. So the first part of the exercise will be just matching the color that we see here. I'm going to match these four colors as close as I can. So that would be similar to being out in nature and looking at something and saying, okay, that's sort of a dull green color. Let me see if I can mix that, and seeing how close you can actually get to it. So I'm going to start with this color up here. And first off, let's just write the three words again of hue, value, and intensity. The first one to think about, and is in many respects the most obvious, is hue. So I'm going to call that green. But it's obviously a very dull green. So I'm going to go from a green. I'm going to mix complement with it, a red. Mix a little bit of white. And I'm mixing a color here against a certain set of circumstances and values and everything else. I really, at this point, have no idea what's going to happen when I put it up there. But I need to start. The whole process is like this. You've got a target here, and you're sort of going boom, 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 and nailing it. And no matter how experienced you are, you're going to find it takes a while to mix them. Now, if you look at that color, it's pretty good for value, but it's too gray. There's not enough green in it. Now I've mixed a lot of green with that. That is still too intense a red. This is a duller red than that. So I'm going to mix a little bit more green with it. But I'm in the right ballpark of the thinking, so I'm just going to mix a larger amount of it. and see how that goes. just about the same as it was before. Now if I'm mixing green with it, it's a little darker, so I'll just add a little bit of white, which will also neutralize it, meaning reduce. White, if you add white, there we go, it's a little closer. If you just add white to paint, you'll lighten it, but you'll also cool it, and you'll reduce the intensity, which is why if you're mixing paint and using white in order to lighten your paint, because you want to get the sense of sunlight on it, say, then what you're doing is you're making the thing that the sun is hitting, which is obviously really warm, much, much, much too cool, and because it cools the color, it tends to make all your colors look sort of pastel-like and doesn't give you a strong sense of sunlight. Yeah, no, that's pretty good. And you see here we've got a color that's very low intensity green that we can put on that edge to release that edge so we don't go out there. We can use it in here to give the sense that as this is a big mass of grasses, and rather than trying to figure out what all the little things are doing, we're going to just go with 2 or 3 simple shapes that will, in a sense, define the whole thing for us. And I'm going to darken this one down here too. So I'm keeping the intensity low, but just making it a little darker.